Paranormal Activity. A place in a home, in an apartment, studio, shared with other roommates, where people cook. Humans consume food they make with their hands. And providing energy, sanity, health, and all of what's described in mental health as needing a prescription, a drug, a medicine, and diagnoses. And what's tragic and heartbreaking and terrifying and almost dumb has to do with the insistence on gender and social group, counselor, social worker, landlord, manager, office, glass. What does a person do when they get a rock in their hand in a home made of glass? Well, apparently next door, down the hall, and in other parts of the house they call a room in an apartment building in Seattle on Capitol Hill in Washington State. They stare out the glass and they imagine who lives next door. And normally a man would be called a pedophile. But in this world now, the gender neutral are in charge, the leader. The wellness, explicitly brilliant, mere staring, observing, watcher, a whole heck of a lot. Next to the bathroom, a kitchen next to a bathroom with hallucinatory whispers, banging, slamming, and some furniture outside the person's door. People are choosing art, anarchy and Antifa, creativity and explosions, rather than the bully going to the hospital at Washington State psychiatric facility. There's either a multiple personality living in that dwelling, or there has been a lot of drug use, or they are so depressed they are starving nearly to death. And not a single person says to them they are the problem. But the gender male human who doesn't want to not be a man and cooks normal options on the stove gets the abuse, gets treated worse than a dictator, genocidal, homicidal killer. With electronic sounds and ear-ringing volumes. A person can see a ghost, talk to the ghost, be friends with the ghost. And they can be a famous mathematician like John Nash. And a person can also be a musician, a lover of everyone, a comrade to those in need of emotional positivity. And they live free. They have more freedom, more available than the person who dreams about college and says to the world, I want to help little children be healthy and well and not live homeless on the streets of Seattle or any other city. And I've done what I've done for 10 years. And all an organization has to do with the funding this business ownership has now has to do with taking what's available, inputting the information and the data either into a computer or in a conversation in a meeting about inequality, drugs, addiction, and the failure of the mental health system to provide services to those who don't smoke meth, don't do crack, don't go crazy on some freaking tobacco, and drink liquor and some Pabst Blue Ribbon and prowl and dance in the middle of the night. The conditions make a person sweaty, suicidal, and ready to die on a tree with a noose around the neck. When I was homeless, it was the tribal Africans with their gangs in Queen Anne. Now, it's the restrictions and the limit of my voice and the tone that I speak now and the words that I say in public. The place previously called a house, a home, a place to sleep, a place to eat, a place to rest, and a place to get better and succeed and achieve and escape the bully, the brutality and the violence in the civilization and the society of Capitol Hill, of Seattle, and everywhere else in this state now. The long, hard silence and the deep, deep, deep quiet should send chills down into the earth. And sadly, there'll be an earthquake when the center starts to vibrate and the walls start to sway and topple and collapse. With one less essential worker now.